Hello everybody, Chops here. It's been a while since I've done a video. Hope everyone's been well. So yes, it's been 9 months or so. A fair bit's been happening in that time period. I've gotten married, had a baby girl, lost a real good family member, unfortunately. So yeah, because of the way things have been, I haven't been able to do any videos or anything, so now's the time I feel to be able to have a go at it again. So I figured we'd jump into Euro Truck Simulator 2 and carry on with our profile. I'll do this as my first video, try and make a short wee job of it. And since then, since last time, I've had made a couple of additions to my setup. I've got myself a new mic. Trying it out to see if it's going to work in this video. There's a possibility it won't end up getting used and I'll be still using my headset. I'm recording on both devices as it is, just in case. But the main reason it won't possibly won't work, I've got a Blue Yeti. And at the moment I've got it sitting on a box on my desk to hopefully reduce the vibration coming through it. Because I don't have a stand separate to the desk for it, it picks up every vibration to the point where I've actually got force feedback turned off on my steering wheel, because otherwise it just goes through it like crazy and you can't hear a thing apart from the steering wheel. The other thing I've got is head tracking. I've got a product called Trackhead. I didn't go with the Track IR, and it's a very good product. And it's less than half the price of Track IR as well. Plus it's wireless. Though I do find it actually works a bit better if I have it plugged in and paired. It seems to be a bit brighter with the LEDs, the IRDs. Because once I unplug it starts actually picking up a bit of the background light in that. So yeah, had a couple of teething issues with it, if you like, or continually have issues with it, just like I did with the game. This is the second time I tried recording this now. As per usual, I've had to go in and change some settings and set it up for the way I've been playing it. The other thing you'll notice is this map has expanded quite drastically. So I am running Promods version 2.2. That is a mod map. You can actually find it on Promods. Just Google Promods and you'll come across it. It's probably the first link that'll come up. And as you can see, it adds a massive amount. Like so we can come into Spain, down to Barcelona. Apparently Barcelona is pretty awesome. I haven't been in there. Top of Italy, which apparently SES are working on the DLC map for Italy. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But not only additional countries, they work on the inside of the current map. So you'll see lots of places we've been to Paris, but you see the roads are all greyed out or broken. And that is up around here because Promods have been in there and they have altered or updated the roads and made them just a bit nicer, even out of Cassel where we are based. You'll see that the road's all broken there. So yeah, she's pretty awesome. Version 2.2 is brought in Ireland, which is pretty nice. I haven't actually been in there yet. And we've got Iceland up here. I have been in the Iceland section of the map on my other profile, which I'll be doing some videos with that profile as well, just showing different parts. But it is very nice up in there. It's well worth looking there. And there is a place way up here, Longyearbyen, it looks at it. I also run Rusmaps. And that one there again, just Google Rusmap. It'll come up. And this just adds a large chunk out into Russia, and it's actually pretty cool in there as well. You got a few gravel roads. The roads are pretty rough and deteriorated. A lot of checkpoints in that. Yeah, and yes, it does make for quite an interesting drive. So, since I've already been in, I've already selected a job we're going to go pick up. We're going to do a job of concrete blocks, 24 tonne of concrete blocks to Berlin. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. That's the idea anyway. So without further ado, we'll jump in our truck and I'll get myself all seated up here. And see with the head tracking I can just look around. She's pretty cool. Do highly recommended. Highly recommend checking out Trackhat. I'll have a link in the description below for anyone that's interested in having a go at that. But yes, she is pretty cool. Takes a bit of getting used to. I'm still getting used to it, as you can probably tell. So hopefully no one's getting too car sick of it. Once we get in here, I'm actually going to jump in and change my seating position because I'm sitting miles back. Oops, hopefully that doesn't come through on the microphone, just knock the box in. So we'll take that job. And I'm actually going to jump in here and zoom this in a bit. Just about there I reckon. That looks pretty good. It looks better than what it was. Just seemed to be zoomed out a fair way. So we'll head around here. Give the truck lots of revs, obviously. Chuck on the hazard lights. So yeah, it does take a wee bit of getting used to using the head tracking. It's mainly because you've got to turn your head quite a bit. And there we go. To be able to look around. Whereas I'm pretty used to just, having a quick glance. Yeah, this thing looks to move. Or using my peripheral vision, if you like. But yes, actually physically turning your head to just glance at the left and left and the right and that. Does take a bit of getting used to. And it takes a fair bit of, like I said, there's a fair bit of playing around with the software that you download for it to get things right. Like I said, I've been having a lot of issues with mainly other light sources in the room. So I've just moved my setup in the room. So I'm actually set up in the lounge, in the living room of the house. So, which also makes it a bit difficult to make videos because got the family up and about, making noise and watching TV and all that sort of thing. but that's all good. Try and work around it. But yes, the light sources with the heat tracking can be a bit problematic, simply because it can be pretty sensitive to it. So when it's seeing more than just the infrared diodes that are on the headset, it starts spazzing out something chronic. So previously we were all set up, I had a window behind me, and obviously that wasn't working too good for very obvious reasons, the sun coming straight through. I just picked up a lot of light off that and just didn't work too well. Tell you what, playing this with no force feedback on the steering actually throws you off a bit. You have to excuse me as well, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. It's why my voice sounds a bit rough and husky and that. And yeah, the other thing is, if the wife came out and turned on the light in the room, so there's a light in the centre of the room, she come out and flick that on, and yeah, all of a sudden you've got another light source, and it just went crazy. So I've shifted into this corner of the room. There's a light directly above me in the corner pointing out, so I shouldn't interfere with it. The window is actually beside me now, so again, hopefully it doesn't interfere with it. It seems to be working alright so far. I have had it picking up reflections and stuff. I've got to close the curtains because otherwise it gets the reflection of the microphone. And you have to excuse my poor driving here, because yeah, not quite used to not having the force feedback. There's no feeling actually in the wheel whatsoever. So it takes a bit of getting used to that. I am working to get into the mic stand, so it will hopefully not take too long for me to get it. Once I've got that, I'd say we'll be pretty right. The mic stand and the shock mount should remove the vibration from us, so we should be pretty good, hopefully. I'm looking at one of those boom stands that, or those ones that go onto your desk, clamp to your desk, and then you can just swing it in and out of the way and that. I'm kind of hoping that will work. Hopefully. The Blue Yeti, likes of main reason I went for that is yeah, it was actually on sale when I brought it, so that was the deciding factor there. I was thinking of getting something else. In fact, I was looking at getting a non-USB microphone. Downfall being, in New Zealand it turns out, because with those non-USB ones, you need phantom power to power the microphone itself, which of course means you want a paired audio interface. And do you think you can find one in New Zealand at a reasonable price? Find them all over in the States, Amazon.com and that. Also, they had some real good deals on bundled sets and all that. Trouble is, no point in buying one from there because it's got US power connections, and they're only 120 volt power supply over there, whereas we're 240, so there wasn't any point in buying an audio interface from there to plug it in over here and never blow up. And more than likely, likes of a cheap one that I would have been going for wouldn't have come with a two-way switch to alternate between the pair. So yes, I ended up finding the Blue Yeti on special over here and decided to go, I'll just get that. It's a popular microphone, so a lot of people seem to use it, seem to enjoy it, and from what I've heard it does put out real good sound. So hopefully this is going to work out alright. And these guys are just going to troll us here. So yes, Chop Chops Gaming, we're actually on Twitter now. So feel free to follow us on there. We have to put through the updates on when new videos come out. I'll link all that in the description below. All this, like I said, this trouble is I'm trying to remember how to do everything now, because and yeah, there we go. Joys of the lack of steering feel right there. Plus we got a speeding ticket, so that sucked. So yes, I think in the next video I may not end up using my Blue Yeti microphone. I'll just continue on with the headset until I get my stand. Might be the way to go, I think. Just so I get my steering back. Get the feel back in the steering wheel. It's kind of missing it. You can probably hear the wife and daughter have gotten up. So might be a bit of background noise coming through. Hear the daughter's toy playing in the background maybe. Hopefully it's not too bad. So yes. So the other thing I'm looking at getting into having a crack at Twitch as well. I've got a fairly reasonable setup at the moment. I've actually got upgrades coming to allow me to do that, or to be able to stream and game at the same time, hopefully without any drops in frames and that. So feel free to follow us there, and we actually need a rest. And we just crashed into a car. So yes, this video is not going well. In fact, this video is going very poorly. So this is not how to play the game. Hopefully the next video I would have improved myself and gotten the hang of things again, and hopefully get the hang of talking to myself again. But not so much talking to myself. So this is the cool thing with the head tracking. I can zoom around and have a good look around the cab. It's pretty boring at the moment actually. I really will have to put some cab accessories in here, because I've been on the in the Steam workshop and downloaded a mod from there, Sissel's Interior Pack or something I think it's called, Mega Pack, and that gives you a heap of interior accessories that you don't normally, well, you don't get in the standard game. And here's the truck parking. It's over there. Yep. I wonder if I'll squeeze down in there. We'll give this a roll. Completely the wrong way. And that's not going well. So this is just becoming a massive fail for there. Rightio, so we'll give up on that. So yes, kids, this is not how you play the game. In fact, it's definitely not how you play the game. It's not how I normally play the game. Yeah, my camera's gone all the way out back as well, so just recenter ourselves here. You'd almost think I didn't drive trucks for real. So yes, planning on getting in and having a bit of a crack at this Twitch streaming, live streaming games. Kind of been looking at their platform as it looks like a good way to interact with people. It's got live chat feeds and all that going on there, so you can talk to everyone. And I reckon it'd be quite a good way to do it. And at the same time, you know, you can record the videos or record the stream, post it up on YouTube as well, so you get the base of both worlds. So yeah, gonna give that a bit of a nudge. Ordered a new Ryzen processor, so it's a Ryzen 7 processor. It's got a lot more threads in that than what I currently have. So should make streaming pretty alright, hopefully. And hopefully we also don't have too far to go for another rest stop. So yes, I've got to apologise for my driving in this video. I just can't feel a thing. It is pretty atrocious, I've got to say. So yes, unless my audio is just that much better on this microphone than my headset one, I think I'll just use my headset one until I've got the stand, because this just makes it really difficult to drive. It's like I'm driving with a controller. But we'll see how we get on. Certainly creating plenty of entertaining moments for you. So anyway, oops, get back on the right side of the road. I do hope we've got a rest stop. We haven't got that much money, and getting another fine isn't really ideal. Not that it doesn't stop me from speeding. Oops. Get back over there. Here we go. We might just have a quick squeeze at the map. See where we are. Do you say there will be a rest area somewhere? Somewhere. Right. Just there. It's not too far away. Far enough though, probably. But hopefully we get there before we get fined. Though it's not looking good. Must admit this truck is pretty quiet. In my other profile I've got another mod that's a Scania V8 straight pipe sound, and it makes the truck quite loud. Sounds cool, but it is quite loud. especially compared to the staff. So yes, we've got a few plans to get this channel back up and running again, get some more videos out, entertain, we'll get not just some more videos, get a lot more videos, and just get right back into it again, really. I know there's been a couple of people that have seen the videos and gone out and brought either this game or Farming Simulator because of it. And like I said, that's pretty cool in my opinion. Rain stopped now, so that's a bonus. Seems to be pretty bright here. And I'd say we're dragging uphill as well, because we're not going very quick. I'm just lucky because there was a speed camera back there. What looked like a speed camera. So we haven't got too long to go in this mission, this job. 3 hours and 11 minutes apparently. And saying that we've got to have a rest. So truck parking's down the back here. This one looks a lot easier. Nice parking spot right here up the front, so we don't get blocked in. And we can get some rest. And pay our loan. So we're actually not going to get very much for this job anyway. There'll be a bit of damage and stuff going on, I'd say. Yeah, probably hear the TV running in the background. Always of this being in a living space, but gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully it works. Yeah. I don't know what the wife is listening to there. Hopefully it's not picking it up too much. So, another thing to be aware of if you use these Promods maps in there, as you see down there right there, there's a slip road, and I've found quite often the GPS will send you down that slip road right beside the motorway. It'll make you turn off and let you just go straight down the slip road and come back out on the motorway for some reason. Don't know why it does that. So yeah, it's just something to be aware of. But then again, sometimes you'll find it actually expects you to turn off somewhere down there. But yes, all in all, hopefully you all understand why it's been so long since I've done a video. You know, just everything that's gone on. And like I say, I'm hopeful that I'll be able to start producing more again. and get right back into it. Hopefully. We'll see how we go. If not, hopefully you just don't get too upset. But I do miss doing them. Didn't actually really enjoy myself doing them. I enjoyed my time doing them, and I do want to get back into doing it. So yes, good chance you'll hear my daughter crying away in the background there. So she's probably hungry. So another addition, you'll notice these police cars now. Before we just had, I'm pretty sure in their previous one we just had speed cameras. But now they've actually got the police car. So you can get a speeding fine anywhere. So it is recommended to use your cruise control to keep your speed under check. Different countries of course have different speed limits in it. Get into Russia or places like that, I think it's Russia. Unless you get up to 100k an hour out there. Whereas everywhere else is 80, 90k's. So it does pay to keep an eye on it. So you see anyway, this head tracking, this track head, like I say, it's hopefully there's no one over there, and that bus just disappeared. It's a bit of a weird glitch there. So yes, this head tracker, less than half the price of track IR, and that will get you the track head plus, I think it's called. So it is a wireless clip, track head clip plus, it's called in fact. So it's a wireless clip, and you just put it on the side of your headset or headphones with Velcro. Very simple. It's 3D printed casing on it. Does work really well. And comes with a charge cable, USB charge cable, into a USB micro. And you can get it with the camera. So the camera is actually just a PS3 camera. If you remember the PS3i cameras. And all he's done is he's taken there's a lens filter on there, he's taken out, and sounds like my daughter's done a massive poo. Yeah, so he's taken that lens filter out for it to work a bit better. So it is actually, which is a really good idea. Doesn't come with any software. What you do is you'll get a wee pamphlet when you get it, and it'll have two web addresses for you to go to. One's to download a bit of software for the camera itself, and the other one will download the, and there goes my walkie driving again, we'll put a link in for the OpenTrack software, or the Trackhead OpenTrack software that they've brought out themselves there, to set up all your mapping and all your head tracking. Real simple to use. Wee bit of fiddling around with it to just get your settings right. But all in all, it's actually not too bad. And there's a couple of good videos out now on it. And James himself has done set up videos for it. And people have got profiles and stuff up, game profiles up. So all in all, it's actually pretty worth it, you know. Because I think it cost me $130, $140 I think New Zealand for it, something like that. Well worth it, in my opinion, especially once you get used to it. And where we go now? We actually project to go up here. Too busy some reason I just decided to unhook the trailer. Space in the button. Not the game's fault. So yeah, well worth it. And when you consider the Trek IR, so that's the one that everyone knows of when it comes to heat tracking. It's like $300, over $300 New Zealand. I think some places I've seen like $330 to get it with the clip for your headset. And whereabouts are we actually going here? So I'd say the entrance is actually around the back here. These cars are parked in a really awkward place, so it's just like real life. Yep. There's just a lot more going on in the cities with this Promods. This is actually going to go, because it turns out we actually will go in here. Just hit the car. So something tells me we don't actually want to try and go that way. So we'll take plan B. The GPS put me wrong then. It sent me straight past it. Let's turn off. Mind you, and say that if I'd been looking at it properly, I would have realised that. So what we'll do is we'll just scoot down here. Scoot in there. Love these two axle trucks, because you can just do this. Just hook it right around. So yes, anyway, heat tracking, definitely, you know, if you're playing a lot of simulator games, definitely something I'd recommend checking out. Like I say, I'll have a link in the description below to have a look at James's product. So the other thing with this over the Trek IR is the clip itself is really quite robust. It's a 3D printed case, and it's quite a heavy case. Yeah, not a heavy case, but quite a bit thicker, quite a bit more robust. And one of the things I've heard quite a few people complain about with the Trek IR clips is it doesn't take much for them to break them. Whereas this here it seems to be a lot more robust. And this is quite a tight wee parking spot. Really. And there's a bit of a wall there, apparently. Pretty sure I wasn't actually touching anything there. There we go. So I've done all that and I haven't taken a single screenshot. But we've leveled up. Thought we would have had a damage penalty there, but we haven't. So, what do we want? Got some ADR, got some long distance. I'm going to take another long distance. Yes, there you go, folks. Outside here. When you're outside the track wire, it doesn't work. Let's move these around. It's a truck anyway. Need to get some air horns on it. I'll just take a screenshot there. Yeah, so there you go, folks. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, or hopefully I've managed to explain what's been going on anyway, and the next ones will hopefully improve. This one here was a bit of a spur of the moment thing, so yes, hopefully we'll get things back on track. But anyway, folks, this has been Chop Chops. Until next time, happy trucking.